Absolutely no one is above reproach. It doesn't matter if you're the president, a dictator, a mega pastor, or a teacher. Whatever position that you're in, you have to manage that position as best as you can and honor God as best as you can. Because your addictions, the traps of this world, your proclivities will come back and bite you. And that's what we've witnessed again with megachurch pastor who was fired from his position and then arrested again, downloading and transferring explicit photos of said friend's wife to his phone. If that's not demonic and sick, I don't know what is. So that's what we'll be reacting to in this video today. Let's get into it.
Kenosha, a pastor accused of possessing some intimate photos of somebody else without their consent. The city of Kenosha, a pastor accused of possessing some intimate photos of somebody else without their consent, made his first appearance today in court.
During that hearing, a second victim came forward, leading authorities to arrest the pastor a second time. Our Kenosha County reporter Glenda Valdez explains what happened.
A shocking moment in court today as a Kenosha pastor who once stood before his congregation was arrested yet again at his preliminary hearing as another victim came forward.
State of Wisconsin versus Gabriel E. Mills. Appearances, please.
A now former pastor at Journey Church faced a Kenosha County judge on Wednesday.
You understand? Thank you.
Gabriel Mills is accused of sending intimate photos of a woman from her husband's phone to his. Investigators say it happened last month during a church group meeting at his home.
And so we believe that the defendant's actions as described in the criminal complaint does show that he did capture and then store on a device of his intimate images which were taken from another person without that person's consent.
After pleading not guilty, Mills learned another victim came forward.
The state has demonstrated the probable cause that a felony was committed and probable cause to believe the defendant committed that felony.
And he was immediately arrested. Some members of the church attended the hearing. They did not want to go on camera, but said they are still in disbelief. Outside of the courtroom, Mills' family and friends gathered with tears in their eyes. The former pastor will be back in court later this year. In Kenosha, Glenda Valdez, TMG4 News.
The initial complaint against Mills, who's 41, shared on Facebook by the Kenosha County District Attorney's Office, said a female congregant identified as CMB and her husband, who is also an employee of the Racine Police Department, identified as TAB, attended a life group meeting at Mills's home with their children and other church members on September the 22nd. At around 8 p.m. during the meeting, she told investigators she heard her husband ask Mills to help download an audiobook application on his cell phone, later revealed as Audible. She said she went downstairs to get her children, and about 10 minutes later, she came back up and saw Mills holding his phone close to his chest so it could not be seen. She said that as she talked to Mills, he lowered his hand and phone to his side, and she could see a sexually suggestive photo of her. She said she recognized the images as a photo she had taken of herself and had only ever shared with her husband. She said she became furious about it, about how her private photo had ended up on the pastor's phone, and wondered what other images of her he might have. Now, the congregant and her husband subsequently filed a complaint with the local police. Police cited evidence showing that Mills used AirDrop to transfer 2 explicit photos from the husband's phone to his. Now, a spokesperson for Journey Church told WISN 12 that the church leaders are aware of the ongoing investigation and are cooperating with authorities. Now, Mills, a father of 5 and recently celebrated 20 years of marriage to his wife, he was arrested and went to bond court on his birthday. That's crazy. Commissioner William Michael II set his bail at $7,500 cash, which was paid by a wealthy man named Don Taylor. Come on, Don, why are you paying this guy's bond for him? Details from the Kenosha County Sheriff's Department show Mills is still in custody on the latest count of capture and intimate representation without consent. Police are also investigating if there are additional victims. Let me know what you guys think of this. Man, this guy was arrested on his birthday. He's been married, for 20 years, has 5 kids. Addiction is real. Sexual addiction is the devil itself. This man is not above reproach. And I know for a fact that there's a lot more evidence and a lot more victims out there. He just has not been caught. Thank God that he was caught. I pray that he repents of his sins. I pray that his spouse and his kids gets the therapy and the help that they need, because they're traumatized by this. And this is another pastor that bites the dust. It's not so much that it's a pastor. And I say that because as a guy who struggled sexually for 20 years, anyone can be addicted. Anyone can have these proclivities. If you don't fix your issues, if you don't get the help that you need, man or woman, these things are going to come up. You can only sweep them under the rug for so long. You will get exposed and the truth will come out. So to every man and woman that is participating in this crap, get help, go to a therapist, go to a 12-step program, celebrate recovery, a life group, and be honest. Because you're only as sick as your secrets. And I'm not saying this because I'm perfect, because God knows that I'm not. But we are only as sick as our secrets. We have to stand up and become more accountable and expose ourselves before it's too late. And you will get exposed by authorities and you will have to spend jail time. So again, let me know what you all think of this. This is sick and twisted and demonic. Take care.